Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NJPW Pro Wrestling Review. I am your very happy co-host, Andre C. Because right over here, she's the Dairy Queen princess herself. It's Melba. How you doing, Melba?
I am so happy because I got Dairy Queen in my belly, let me tell you. A nice little surprise from Alex the werewolf yesterday sent me a nice little blizzard and a few dilly bars to help a girl get through the evening because gosh dang. Your girl's been
Yeah,
having a freaking week.
yeah. Because I've been doing the last couple shows alone. Life has gotten in the way because you've been having a run of bad luck lately. I'll say that.
If the big guy upstairs could go muck around with somebody else's life for a little bit, I would really appreciate it. And stop wrecking my roof.
And your bedrooms and your everything, pretty much.
Just in everything below that roof.
Yeah.
Ah, at
But
least we have
we
wrestling, my friend.
we have wrestling, and I've got the Mel Ball back, which makes me very, very, very happy. Because we still weren't sure, because she's been having computer issues, and we weren't even sure if she was going to make this one, but she is. So far, so good. We are
We're
here
alive
to
so
talk.
far.
Yeah, we're here to talk some Blue Justice 12 event, ladies and gentlemen. Another
Mhm.
anniversary for the Blue Justice man, the man himself. But before we get into that, I want to thank all of you guys because I appreciate everything you guys have done for us, all the support, all the likes, the subscribes, everything. So if you can, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and if you're on Backbreaker Video, come over to Andre Mailbach and Wrestling Talk and give us a subscribe here, and yeah, go to Backbreaker Video and give us a subscribe there too, please. And mainly, we want to hear your comments. We want to hear from you. Comment down below so we can talk to you. We want to hear from you, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because then you'll be alerted every time we drop a new show. Because we're coming up to another busy season because we're gonna have G1 along with 5-star Grand Prix. Whoo, that's coming soon, very very fast.
I mean, thank goodness your girl's classes are only like a couple classes a day, and she can deal with this. Because man, oh man, it gonna be busy.
Hectic as heck.
Chaos, glorious, glorious chaos. But that's what Andre and Melball kind of focus on and live on.
Yeah, we live off chaos these days. So we are going to get into. We're going to talk some Blue Justice 12. We're right there. The biggest thing I've got about this
Okay.
poster is it's old Sonata on the poster. Make us a little bigger. That's old
Oh, it is
Sonata
old
on the poster.
Sonata.
Yeah. So again, these posters are produced months in advance, so they might
Mhm.
not have had his new stuff when they were producing the poster. So again, it's understandable. And this is a Blue Justice focused poster. So, but I just laughed at it because it's like I don't think was Hiromu on this show.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he was in the LIJ match, right? Yeah, okay, never
yeah.
mind.
The only LAJ member not in there was Titan, obviously, because he's in Mexico, and Bushi.
Well, we'll get to that because they were supposed to originally be a 10-man tag. So,
Yeah,
but we are
yeah.
going to kick it off, ladies and gentlemen. We start with the Ichiban Sweet Boy, Kosei Fujita. This show is at the New Japan Road Blue Justice event. It's from Sakura Chiba, Japan, in the
Mhm.
Sakura Civic Gymnasium. I
So
really
pretty.
like. I really like giving the name of the place last time because it was the Light Cube. So when I did the last Stardom show, so yeah,
Aw.
yeah. So it's a Sakura Civic Gym, not as cool as the Light Cube, but still a great venue actually. I thought it was
Mhm.
presented very well and they looked really good. I started
Mhm.
off Kosei Fujita, right? Ryohei Oiwa again. I these two. It's the forever battle of Fujita and Oiwa. Jealous of Oiwa because he didn't get to be part of Team DK. This is what this whole feud is about. We all know it. We just all know it.
Poor Oiwa. He just wants to be a part of something. Because you got, Nakashima and Oleg and Leube. The three of them are kind of like the three musketeers. And Fujita and Oiwa kind of came in at the same time. They were kind of buddy-buddy. And now, Fujita's kind of moved on. And Oiwa's just kind of left there like, won't, won't. And I can't understand why. I mean, the guy's a tremendous talent. The story in this one, my friend, I mean, I don't know if you caught on to the frenemies.
Oh yeah, very much so.
such a good story. And like, we've talked about the facial expressions of these gentlemen before, and Oiwa did just so tremendous in this, really showing his frustration towards Fujita, and Fujita the same towards Oiwa. I really, really, really enjoyed this match. I enjoyed how Oiwa was kind of, I would say, almost a stepping away from the traditional young lion kind of moveset, and not just doing a regular Boston Crab, but like doing variations of it on
Yeah.
food, almost to be like, hey, you might be over there with Zack Sabre Jr., one of the best submission guys in the world, learning stuff, but I'm still learning stuff too. And he definitely caught Fujita a number of times. Andre, what do you think about this one?
I thought these two, like, every time these guys get in here, they work so well together. Like, I'm impressed by both these guys. These are guys I think are going to be stellar guys in the junior division when they eventually do after their excursions. But as I started watching it on the English commentary, then I switched to another version so I could watch it offline. Let's just say, I was listening to Kevin Kelly in the first match, and he was saying that Fujita says he's no longer a young lion.
Yes, yes, I believe I actually sent you the tweet of that after he had actually sent that out and made that announcement backstage. Fujita did pretty much proclaiming that he's done his excursion, and I mean the way he wrestles, you almost kind of want to believe him.
And again, I
I
think,
mean, again, under Zack Sabre Jr., man.
yeah, I really think that the path that Fujita is taking compared to other young lions, I don't see the need for him to do a proper excursion.
I
Personally,
agree.
I think him just graduating and putting on the orange, really,
hmm I
and
mean,
being
if
part
anything, you could send him to the US and have him tour with Big Teats for a little bit.
that too, and like you could send him over. Saber's been popping up here and there. Like he's been all over ROH. So
Mhm.
could you
Mhm.
have uh, him join up with Saber in ROH, do some little work there, while still, and they can be flying back and forth. They can still do stuff in Japan. Like that's what
Mhm.
Saber's been doing. Because and I could really see that being a future for him. Because I
Mhm.
just the position they've put him in. I've never seen a young lion in that position before. He's been a featured
No.
young lion.
And even like look at some of the young lions that we've had, particularly in recent memory. Shota Umino, Ren Narita, um, Yu Uemura is gone. Even Carl Fredericks, Alex Coughlin, Gabe Kidd, the list goes on. These guys are tremendous wrestlers, just like Fujita. They came through the same system. To see Fujita being definitely treated a little differently, it's like it puts into perspective how hard he's worked to gain that position for
I
himself.
think I think the only other young lion I've seen get a feature like this was when Moxie was rolling through New Japan a few years back with Shota, and that was when
Yeah, yeah.
in 2019. There, I think that was really the only time I've seen another young lion kind of get the feature, like
Mhm,
being like
mhm,
somebody's guy, being that like you're paying attention to this young lion, like more than just
mhm,
oh it's a young
mhm,
lion in a match with a random veteran, like.
mhm.
I really think he just again, you can excursion him while keeping him there and having him be a full member of Team Gate. Just let him put on the orange, man. Just let him put on
Mhm.
the orange.
Just give him a little orange flaggedy thing to hang out the back of his trunks and he's good. Like a
Yeah.
Maio Iwatani tail.
Yeah. So Fujita gets or sorry, Fujita gets put in the Boston Crab at the end, but the
Mhm,
bell does ring and Fujita holds on, he hold on, and he's like and Kevin Kelly's yelling 20 seconds left. And Fujita, you see Fujita just like and he makes it to the bell and it was absolute perfection.
mhm, mhm. Lots of tension afterwards also, the getting in each other's faces, needing to be separated, brought out separately. Yeah. I suspect that feuding with each other is probably gonna be their first big kind of feud in JPW, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what happens with Oiwa because, as we mentioned, Fujita has obviously gone past that excursion point. Oiwa doesn't have a faction that he can go through that kind of system with, so I'll be curious to see where Oiwa ends up and when he'll be back, and if he'll take out some frustrations on his former buddy there in Fujita.
Bullet Club.
Now,
Bullet Club War
Fujita more
Dog.
has the
Go.
requirements for Bullet Club right now than Oiwa.
Bullet Club War Dog. Let's go.
No,
Okay.
we've got to talk about that.
We will. We
We
move
we
on.
will.
Second match of the night. We've got Oskar Leube and Tiger Mask taking on Bolton, Oleg, and Ryusuke Taguchi. This was a fun match. Just and again, it was very much Taguchi going back to goofy Taguchi. Saw his butt.
I mean, it's over.
We didn't really
right?
see his
Tournament's
butt
over.
much. We didn't really see. We saw his underwear and like maybe a little bit of the crack. That's about it.
It was more than we needed, my friend. It was more than we needed.
Yeah, like when Loibe's selling, his facials, like we have talked about, but they are just absolutely tremendous. Him and Fujita, man, those two are absolutely tremendous when they're selling.
Just let's not forget Leube. Also, Leube did tremendously.
So I'm saying Leube and Fujita. Those are the two that have the like perfect facials, in my opinion. God. Oh, the perfect
really,
faces.
Really great in this one. This was an on night for Oleg. He did phenomenal against the veteran Tiger Mask. Especially for how small Tiger Mask was in comparison to Oleg. He did really, really well. Sold really, really well against him. I really, really like that. Tiger Mask feeding some awesome looking kicks to both Taguchi and Oleg. I really, really enjoyed him.
Did you see the one where Taguchi went for the hip attack and he dodged and then just kicked him straight in the ass?
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's Tiger Mask for you.
It was so good.
It was, yeah. One of my favorite parts was actually the assisted funky weapon that Oleg and Taguchi were doing, where Oleg was essentially just pushing Taguchi as he's running the ropes and just running his butt into Leube on one side and Tiger Mask on the other side. It was a nice little kind of thing for them to do to work together, make it look like, Oleg's doing something really good by giving, like, pretty much yeeting Taguchi into the ass first into people's faces. I mean, that's got to be fun, right?
He's taking the Clark Connors role.
Essentially, yeah. Oh, so sad. Wanted to point out Leube's leg drop, where he comes off the ropes and does that big sweep up with his legs. I really like that. It's kind of reminiscent of Unagi Sayaka from Cosmic Angels. I really, really like that style because it just kind of almost adds a little bit more oomph to the move, makes it look a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but it makes it look a little bit harder. The belly-to-belly toss that Oleg did on Leube was so quick and, like, so short, too. Like, he kind of grabbed him and just kind of almost, like, just did a twist. And, like, because they were very close to the ropes at that point. If he would have tried to toss him, he probably would have actually probably hurt him pretty badly. So really, really good decision on Oleg's, like, part there to not yeet him entirely. What I would have liked to see him do in that moment, because they were kind of going into the finish at that point, I would have liked to see him transition into some kind of submission. Because at that point, the way they had landed, he was perfect to get a choke in or something on Leube. And at that point, you want to allow the two others in the ring to kind of have that opportunity to close down the ring, or close down the match and stuff. So yeah, I would like to see him kind of do that, but it was really, really cool. Snapped little belly to belly there. My question is, why did Tiger Mask pants Taguchi? Like, of all the people that he has faced in the past, of people we would want to see pantsed, why Taguchi? There was no reason for him to have grabbed the pants and ripped them down in the just horribly awkward, weird, grabby way that they did. There was just It was so strange.
And the biggest thing he did, and he screwed himself with it too, because he pulled the pants down and he didn't even get an advantage off it. Because they ended up trading roll ups, and then Gooch ended up sitting on his face like underwear ass right in his face, like ass in his face.
I think he calls it
Ugh.
the stink face.
I would assume so.
I mean, and the way Tiger Mask was reacting afterwards, like, yeah, like, yeah, my guy. I mean, you did it to yourself, realistically. Why did you grab the pants?
He got Gooch faced.
He did. He got gooch faced, and no one wants to
Double
get gooch
entendre, baby.
faced.
No, nobody wants to be Gooch faced. Yeah. Again, and then Gooch picking up the win here with it, and they're like, I don't know. It was just again a
It was
ridiculously
weird.
stupid ending. Yeah, but we're gonna move on. This is
Yeah.
where I
No more
got
ass
I
face.
and now have to transfer from my notes on my computer to now the notes on my phone, and then I'll be transferring to another one, and then back to my computer again. I watched this in like multiple sittings, so
And then
yeah,
there's me who's like, well, we're just watching this one go this afternoon. Have at her.
yeah. So we have the team of Chaos, Yoshi-Hashi, Togi Makabe, Toru Yano, and Yo taking on House of Tortures, Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, Sho, and Dick Togo. Yano is just goddamn. His entrance is just or his intro is just too long. He rivals Shota Umino at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah,
HOT jump KS for the belt. It's pretty much what they do every match. Makabe forming the shit out of Yujiro.
mhm.
And Togo tries to come in and help, but he ends up getting sent to the other corner, and Makabe ends up like slashing them both, and then gets on top. He gets like up on the ropes and just starts bang bang, just throwing them down at Yujiro. Absolutely phenomenal. I thought that was great. Like Yano getting the crowd fired up, like asking, "What corner do you want?" And then he gets stopped by Sho when he goes to do the corner, and then Sho ends up pulling the corner pad off, and I'm like, they're using the corner pad on him. They're doing just. He tries to use the corner pad on one, but the ref like stops him. I don't know. It's
Didn't the ref get hit too by the corner
the
pad?
ref
And
goes to stop him, and then he gets clocked with it, and it's just a giant mess. Yo, what the hell was up with that shirt?
yeah, my note was Yo looks like an attendee that they just pulled out of the crowd and just I feel like there was something important on the shirt because there did appear to be a graphic of somebody on there.
Yeah,
And that's totally cool. I mean, I love it when people actually do something like that to remember somebody or shout out somebody, but like my guy, could we try to get your size? Like, you
yeah,
look like you're wearing a triple or quadruple XL, and you are probably an extra small.
yeah.
Like,
So so the move I want to talk about most in this match was the wishbone karate chop to the crotch. So Sho and Evil holding the leg. I think it was of Yo
yo, it
Open.
was Yo because his stupid shirt was in his face and he didn't see it coming.
And Togo jumps off the rope and literally karate chops him in the balls and gooch. Like,
I mean, let's be honest, it was the most interesting part of the match.
yeah, it was
This
probably the
one
most
was
effective
largely
move they
mixed.
hit. It was probably the most effective thing they did in the match.
Yeah.
God damn. Um,
This
in the
match was
end,
hard.
yeah, in the end, Yo comes in, hits the super kick and the direct drive to Dick Togo, picks up the win.
Lil Dick.
And then Yano after the match is like twisting the hair of Evil and like pulling him around. It was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. I noted lots of kinks in this one, lots of spanking, lots of choking with the Garrett and the hands, and
And Show
lots of hair
choking
pulling.
and Yo choking Show with the oversized T-shirt after the match.
Yeah, like lots of choking in this one. Lots of choking.
Very much a Mel situation, you know.
Shoosh. um yeah, I didn't have a whole ton of notes on this one. I just kind of said it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It wasn't I don't know if it's just because House of Torture is involved in it, but as soon as I see that they are involved, I have an immediate disinterest in what I'm watching because I know it's gonna be bullshit. And like at this point, I don't even know if it's worth trying to save the team because it's just so much bullshit.
There's only one person you need to save, and that is Sho.
Yeah, but even still, each of these guys on their own, without the shenanigans, are actually very accomplished and talented wrestlers in their own right. But I hate House of Torture. It's torture. It's horrible. It just the gimmick is it's not even fun anymore. It's aggravating. It's a toilet break. And it shouldn't be that the other team is what's making it exciting. And they shouldn't have to work that hard to make it exciting.
Yeah, it's very much that way. And it's just like...
yeah, it is a heavy sigh. Just the heaviest of sighs.
Yeah, some of the times it's just like I'm just done with this. Like it was like this wasn't the worst thing they've done. Again, I kind of enjoyed this match in a weird sort of way because again it wasn't too much. There was some of their bullshit, but their bullshit it was almost funny in this match with with working the crotch and like if they go into a comedy direction, I think you could turn them around, but that's the only way I think to turn this team around is taking them in a comedy direction. But do you want to put Evil?
The problem becomes though they're affiliated with Bullet Club, and Bullet Club is no joke.
Yeah, and Evil is not the Evil and Sho should not be played to be jokes.
No.
Togo and Yujiro for sure, but Evil and Sho, no.
Yeah, 100%. Like Yujiro, I can totally see it, as you said, and Togo, 100%. He's that goofball. He's the one doing most of the comedy spots.
Well, every time I look at him, because it's with the flex, I want to laugh.
It's because it's a little dick. Just walking around with a hat on.
That was the greatest day when you sent me the unsolicited dick pic.
Unsolicited dick pic.
that was the best day ever. But we move on to this is where we start getting back into stuff that I was really like having fun watching.
Yes.
So we have the United Empires, Great-O-Khan and Catch 22's TJP, Francesco Akira, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, taking on the War Dogs.
These aren't the War Dogs, are they? I thought the War Dogs were the big guys.
No, the whole unit is the War Dogs.
Oh.
The unit is the War Dogs. Yeah, because they were listed as the War Dogs to me on everything I was trying to find. So you got the War Dogs of Gedo, Clark Connors, and Drilla Maloney now. He's Drilla Maloney. This match was really good. But Connors coming out during his entrance, and he goes and kind of gets in a guy's face for once. But the guy's just like waving.
Oh yeah, he was just like, no.
It's like, nah, dude, just go away. Like he's just, and you see Connors kind of like turn, just like, and I think he was actually kind of pissed that the guy didn't play along. I laughed at that.
I mean, but it wasn't a girl, so like you wouldn't expect a dude to be intimidated, right? I mean, when you're gonna be manly when another dude's getting in your face. Yeah. Us girls, we're gonna be like, no, stop.
Yeah, Akira's jacket is just straight up fire. I love that jacket.
Yes.
Yeah, he is the fire great. This match, like the guys working together, everybody working together, even Gedo, or even Gedo in there, like looking better than he has in a long time working with these guys, man. Like when him and Khan were in there together, I thought they were absolutely tremendous. They played off each other really, really well.
Yeah.
And then like I'm really liking the chemistry I'm seeing from the War Dogs or whatever they're actually called. But again, I keep seeing everything listed as War Dogs. And the chemistry they really have with Katsu too. Because again, they have a match coming up for the titles. I think it's at the first night, the July 4th show for the New Japan Strong Independence Day in Japan. That's going to be an incredible main event.
Yeah, I didn't know they were also calling themselves the War Dogs. I was just calling them Team Hardbody because frickin' hell. That entire team is just all of the abs.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. But like this match overall, like I thought everybody worked so well together.
Oh
Connors and
yeah.
Drilla have like already have a great chemistry. Again, they've been working on this tour. This is day number I think seven of the tour. But I thought they did so good. Like those
Hmm.
two,
Hmm.
like they're already playing off each other. They're stopping the leaning tower, and then they hit that like suplex spear combo. They already got to move together. Like
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
awesome. Like they like again, everybody like really put their working boots on and just had a really good quality match.
Oh yes, I've got notes on this one. This was the first one I actually got lots of notes on. Not a ton
Go
of
ahead.
like move stuff because that's your department.
I don't
Um,
have a lot for moves. Actually, it was more comments on this one for me personally.
Okan sitting on Maloney's head at the beginning there after working him over was pretty funny.
Well,
Um,
again, and that's like him, like screw you, motherfucker. I'm sitting. You should know lefties. I'm
yeah,
gonna sit
but
on
did
your
you
head.
notice the screw you to Okan in that? Maloney's
No.
been wearing his hair down up until this point, and like we watched him go through the entire Super Juniors hair down. For whatever reason, he had that stupid little
Mm,
nubbin. And it wasn't even a
nubbin.
full nub. Like I would say a nub is like that. He had like a nub of a nub. He doesn't even have enough hair for a half of a man bun. Little, I don't know why he put that little nub in there, but I was laughing about it after because I'm like, the way it would have been when it was sitting on his head, that thing's going right up Okan's pooper. So he expected that to come, and he gave him a little gift for it too, or at least that's what I think. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Um, Bullet Club taking things outside into the crowd, clearing everybody and tossing everyone, all of the United Empire people into chairs. What I really noticed at this point is that of all the yeeters in NJPW, because we have a lot of yeeters, I would have to say I think that Dan Maloney is the King Yeet of yeeters. He is King Yeet of Bullet Club. He is King Yeet of NJPW. It doesn't matter who or what he is yeeting. If it is near, it is if it's far. He is giving you a full strength. I saw him toss a chair at Okan there, and it bounced off Okan's face, something fierce, and then back off of Maloney's chest. And Maloney didn't even react. He's just sitting there like, I'm tough. Oh wow. Um, really thought that was impressive. I've been very, very impressed with Maloney since seeing him kind of come onto the scene. Obviously disappointed with the United Empire nonsense, but I can deal with this. We can deal with this. Um, there was that one point where Maloney accidentally speared Connors. Just the way they kind of played that was really, really good. You were talking about facials earlier. That was a good one for Maloney in that situation. Okan was really kind of the workhorse in this one, getting beat down quite a bit, both by Dan Maloney and Gedo throughout this match. Definitely made him struggle quite a bit. They were certainly walking the Great Okan, like literally. They had him by the braid and were dragging him around on all fours. Very, very odd kink tonight for NJPW. But Akira, Francesco Akira, when he hit that ring, it was like, I understand. Is it the Fire Nova?
Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah, I think
Nova
it's just a
Fireball?
fireball. I'm not sure anymore.
Nova is in
Oh,
it. I just don't know if it's the beginning or the end, and I always forget.
I think it's a Nova Fireball. I'm not sure.
Well, he comes in like a fireball because, gosh dang, this kid is he's like a ping pong ball. He hits the rope and he just goes, go, 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 go. And he's so smart with his wrestling. He was able to outsmart Maloney several times and even answer some of the reversals that Maloney was actually able to somehow get onto Akira. Akira had an answer for the reversal. It was so incredible to watch, especially given how Maloney has been, we'll say, not very nice towards his United Empire former people, specifically saying that, like, Akira wasn't fun and only wanted to go for bubble tea instead of, a beer or something. But, like, who doesn't want to go for bubble tea? You can put alcohol in it,
I just don't. I don't like bubble tea. That's what I
but
don't
you
like.
can spit them. You don't want to. You don't need to drink them. You can spit them at people. Make funny noises out of the straw. Come on, we'll teach you some things when we go there. My goodness. The last few things I wanted to
End
say.
of 2025. Wrestle Kingdom 2026. Let's go.
My
That's my
guy, I am
aim.
trying to move.
I'm aiming for Wrestle Kingdom 2026. That's when I want to be in Japan.
So anyway, I wanted to talk about Gato's shoes for a second and how they look like duck feet.
Oh
My
God.
gosh, guy, you're working for like one of
Oh.
the bigger companies in the world right now. Can we try a little harder? The face wash by TJP, always a privilege and pleasure to watch, especially on Gato. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Mamba splash attempt, I always like that guy, but unfortunately Gato got out of the way. There was a little bit of confusion there. It looks like Gato almost hit that Euro, or what is it, the Gato
Gato
clutch?
clutch. His version
Yeah,
is like because
almost
he
caught
rolls forward instead
TJP.
of rolling back. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
Con
was screaming at my phone at that point.
because Con was the one that broke up the Gato clutch, and then
Yes.
he like grabs him with the claw. He's like squeezing the head with the claw, and then tosses him to the mat. So it tosses him to the mat so TJB can get the Pinoy stretch and get the win.
Yes. Crowns up, baby. You're
Crowns
just
up.
doing so good.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a title come. They're gonna have a title back come this Sunday too. We're gonna get
Yeah.
Osprey with the U.S. title around his waist. But don't listen to what I said to Mike Maloney when that preview comes out. Don't listen to don't. If, no.
Naughty.
I had some comments of what I thought might be the end of that match. I want Osprey to win the title, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Rude.
You'll find out Sunday when
Blasphemy.
we're live on OLE talking about the previewing this show, previewing Forbidden Door.
Rude.
But yeah, I thought it absolutely incredible match. This might have been my match of the night again, just because I loved all 6 of these guys in this match. I rarely ever say that with Gedo.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Gato too. Wow, but he did do phenomenal in this one. I have to say, this version of Gato, the Bullet Club version of Gato, far more interesting, far more entertaining than Chaos Gato.
Well, I'm going to say this. This Gato was more entertaining than Jay White's Lackey Gato. And there's nothing against Jay
Yeah.
White. I think it's just the position that he was in with Jay White. Where Gato is I know Finley is your main guy, but
Mhm.
I don't look at Gato as his second. I don't. I look at him
No.
as I now look at him as he's the brains. Where I thought Jay White I always looked at him as he's everything.
Yes,
Where
100%,
Gato
yes.
is, it looks more Gato's the brains and Finley's just the figurehead.
And Finley is just the captain, my captain. Oh my gosh, it's like Wally.
I've never seen it.
What?
No,
My guy.
I've never
We are
seen
having a
Goonies
movie
either.
night.
Never saw Goonies
It's a
either.
Disney movie. And we're not going to ruin the plot on that one.
All right, we're gonna move on. The War Dogs show up again. It's Haruki Goto
My God, did they
and
show up?
Yuto Nakashima versus the War Dogs of a War Ready Gabe Kidd. It's a Gabe Kidd now, and the Dead Eye Dreadnought Alex Coughlin.
I mean, appropriately named. My God.
This is for Coughlin. Those eyes are dead. He's dead on the
They're
inside.
I'm not going to lie. When you look at him normally, when he's not doing the crazy, I think, a very handsome man and like almost Larry Woods level stash on there. Stash queen. But like, when he comes out here, like, tranquilo, my friend. Your eyes are going to Vader pop out in the middle of a match. We don't need that.
Matches.
But like, Gabe Kidd, man, coming in and he is unhinged. Like, you just wrecking everything, throwing chairs, throwing fences. Like, I know Dan Maloney is King Eater, but like Gabe Kidd has got to be like number 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was nuts.
100%.
Literally, my comment is, calm down, good sirs.
They're brawling the floor. He's slamming barricades on people. He's
Mhm.
slamming them into chairs. He's going insane on the floor.
Yeah, it was literally like watching someone have a manic episode. And then it was just like a snap went off and he was suddenly calm. I was like, what am I watching? I thought, why is everyone on the indie scene and the wrestling scene schizophrenic now?
And then, like when they're in the ring at one point early with Nakashima, the
Mhm.
way they were dual chopping him, how hard they were like, I swear the guy's chest was ripped apart by the end of this match because just how hard they were hitting him.
Yeah.
Like,
With
holy
with
shit!
Coughlin, I noticed. Like, I think we noticed the same thing with Coughlin. Did you notice the same thing I noticed with Coughlin and Cabe with their chops? It was the same kind of difference in which we saw in one of our last videos, where when Coughlin was doing his chops, they were very loud. But they were still very solid, but they were very clappy. Whereas when Gabe Kidd did his chops, it was thud. They were very UK chops, very
Oh, very much so.
thuddy,
Oh,
very
very much
hollow.
so. It's close. His were closer to where like Osprey does. Osprey's aren't that
Mm.
crack. His are that whomp. And it's
Yeah,
very much a
yeah.
UK style chop. You hear a lot of whomps from like guys who are trained out of the UK.
Mhm.
You do really see that. But again, this was like a very good tag team match. Like Yuta Nakashima getting to really shine in here. Goto
Yeah.
coming in for some great stuff. But in the end, though, the War Dogs pick up the win. They
Mhm.
double choke. It's a double choke slam by the War Dogs, but to Nakashima. But Goto ends up breaking up. But he gets tossed out, and they hit this second rope assisted tombstone where like was it Coughlin off the second rope and helps Gabe Kidd
Yeah.
spike Yuta Nakashima.
See, the first one, because they pulled off 2 of those, right? The first one that they did on Goto, was there an over rotation? Because it almost looked more like a slam to me than a pile driver.
I think
I
he's at
expected the pile driver.
that was the one. That was the one to Yuta Nagashima. And that was the one, like, because it was Yuta Nagashima took the pile driver to end the match, and then
Oh, okay, that's
Yoshi-Hashi
what I'm
came out
confused, okay.
after. But again, he just kind of looked like he kind of went forward, like from the like kind of weird momentum like he
Yeah,
did
it
before.
looked more
But
like instead of landing like this, he was more like that, so it didn't look more like a pile driver to me, and I was like, "Was that
the second
supposed to
one
be a
was
pile driver?"
yeah, so they get the win off that, and then they
Yeah, yeah.
proceed to kick the shit out of Goto, and Yoshi-Hashi comes in to try to make the save, but
And
he has his.
hey, we gotta say, Yoshi-Hashi made it to the ring this time, you guys. He made it to the save. He didn't trip and fall and Titus O'Neil his face under the ring and break his
And
nose
and
like he did with
and,
Okada.
and he's a far better partner than any LIJ person is to each other because he actually comes down and saves his partner.
I'm not disputing that.
But yeah, and again, he tries to get in, starts throwing hands, but then the War Dogs gang up, beat the shit out of him, and they hit
Mhm,
again. They hit. If you think about, if you know FTR, it's
mhm,
there where they do the assisted power driver off the second rope, and they hit but they said a sit out power driver, but these guys are hitting a tombstone instead. Again,
mhm,
absolutely phenomenal.
mhm, mhm,
Like,
mhm.
and then Gabriel Kidd gets the mic and just keeps saying the F, like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and he calls them bitches, and they are dead come July 4th and 5th, and they pose with the belts because on July 4th they are challenging the tag team champions for the strong titles, and on
Mhm.
the 5th they challenge for the IWGP titles. I see the change coming on the 4th.
I would like
I
to
could
see the
see.
strong titles on the War Dogs.
I think because again, Gabe and Coughlin have the roots in America or
Mhm,
into the American side. So again, them going
mhm,
back to do it makes 100% sense, and that's a great
100%.
team for Aussie Open to come back and take the titles off of.
Mhm, mhm. Um, something like I mentioned earlier that kind of like Gabe Kidd seemed a little unhinged at the beginning of this match. He kind of was flying wildly back and forth between being okay, like a normal human being, and unhinged again throughout the match. I like it. I like the change in him. It could be a little less fucks in his language.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I also thought it was kind of adorable how he's talking, the style in which he was talking afterwards. My guy, I will get you, dog. He's my bro. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, my dude, How are you gonna come out here talking all adorable like Will Ospreay and trying to talk gangster to me? Come on, be real.
So
But
what
that
what does
being
he call it? What
said,
does he got to call? Start calling people sex pigs for you to take him seriously?
I mean, you get away with what you can get away with in America. Let me tell you. Um, yeah. I also wish that the camera and microphone were a little bit closer to Coughlin before Gabe Kidd got the microphone, because Coughlin, from what I could hear, cut a really, really great promo on Godo while Godo was on the side there, and we heard none of it.
Mhm.
None of it. This guy barely speaks, and he was speaking so well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was kind of annoyed that I couldn't hear because I kept rewinding it and being like, "What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying?" He's using big words, and yeah, I really wish we could have gotten a little bit better of a hearing on that because that sounded tremendous. Um, what else do I have? The double bulldog by Godo on
Look good.
War Dogs was really cool. How he set that up and everything. Otherwise, you mentioned everything else.
There we go. And we move on to the not. I guess not semi-main. It is Shota Umino teaming up with El Desperado and Ren Narita. This was interesting. Taking on
Yeah.
Okada, Ishii, and Hanma. Yeah, this
Poor
was
Desperado was like a third wheel on a bad date.
yeah, he got to get in there and brawl with Ishii. It's pretty much what he was there for. But like this match was Umino and Narita both trying to fight Okada and fighting each other to get a chance to fight Okada. Essentially.
Children, 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 children. Mama
Yeah.
Bellbowl would turn this car around if you don't sit
Mhm.
down and behave. Yeah. First of all, Shota's entrance needs to change. It is far too long. He also needs to stop doing his little hippity hop thing. It looks ridiculous. You're teaming with John Moxley. The guy likes to freaking cut himself still. Like, stop being so peppy. Don't tranquilo.
I'm wondering about
Untranquilo.
Sunday for that one. That's gonna be interesting. But
What?
this match was a very much a kind of a Umino and Narita trying to one up each other in certain situations. Like
Mm-hmm.
Umino would tag himself in, Narita would tag himself in, like and Umino stealing the end from Narita here. Like he gets tagged in, and they ends up attacking Narita, taking him out, and then hits a drop kick. He takes a sick ass headbutt from Hanma. That looked rough as hell. And
Mm-hmm.
then he hits a drop kick and the Death Rider for the win to Hanma. But like it's Narita and Umino fighting over who gets to start against Okada, and Okada just picks Narita, and you could just see the incensed nature on the face of Umino, just like pissed. But it's just like, and I just this match was again really fun in a certain way. When you got Despy and Ishii in there, those two just smack the crap out of each other, and it's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal.
That was my favorite part of the match was the Ishii Desperado part, especially the shoulder block when they were coming off the ropes trying to knock each other down, and neither one of them was going until Despy finally goes because obviously he's the smaller one of the two. But that spine buster that he does, holy hot daddy dang, that thing's amazing. I absolutely love it, and the way he pulls it off on Ishii, the way that Ishii takes it, the height that he got on it was just perfection. I
It
loved
was.
it.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Let's see here. I like the addition of the white on the boots and the removal of the kick pads for Narita. It
Mm-hmm.
sets him apart a lot more from Shibata. So he still looks like Shibata, but he looks less like Shibata.
And
Whereas, like,
with Shibata becoming more prominent in the scene, like with ROH, you want to see the guy develop.
100%, 100%. And it's weird to see this staunch difference between Shota Umino, whose like hair looks like Naito, gear looks like Toroshi Tanahashi's, intro is like John Moxley, and his attitude is as peppy as Yano's. It's like, my guy, figure out who you are, please.
And the thing is, he's got to find out what he is, not just what he wants to emulate. And that's been my
Like, we need
biggest
to
thing
know who
with the
Shota
character.
is, not who Shota's bits and pieces are.
Yeah, again, that's what we've both been saying for a little bit now is he needs to find who he is.
And I
Yeah.
think to do that, he doesn't need to go on excursion because he just was on an excursion. But man, he needs to, I think, maybe do the lone wolf thing, maybe the ELP way, for a little bit to kind of figure out what it is that he wants to do.
Yeah.
hmm
We move on. 7-man event of the evening, and it's not a 10-man tag. It's only an 8-man tag because
Oh yeah,
Bushi
because
and
Togi was sick.
Doki was 6, so Bushi was taking none of this match too. So you had
Was
Yoda
he?
Tsuji, you got Yoda Tsuji, Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Naito taking on just 5 guys: Sanada, Taichi, Taka Michinoku, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I don't have a lot of notes for this one.
No,
This
I
came in
didn't either. I
under
just
10.
enjoyed it.
I didn't enjoy it.
Really?
Okay, and this is not like I've seen every combination of these teams,
Yeah, yeah, that's
and I'm
fair.
kind. Yeah, Tsuji is new to the mix, but he's not changing that much for me.
Really, I thought there was a well, yeah. I guess technically he was just kind of the space that he filled in the moves that Bushi usually does. But I felt that watching Tsuji was actually really fun. I really enjoyed
So yeah,
the
I okay.
spots that he was in there, and I enjoyed the new name, the Gene Blast. I'm not entirely sure I understand, but like it's different.
Oh, it's so dirty.
Oh, Andre. Moving on. Um,
I'll say I enjoyed Tsuji in this match. I thought he did
mm,
the
the
difference for him
pose
to the
with
team.
Sonata at the beginning there was super creepy but super cool.
Oh, when Sonata was holding his title up and
Yeah,
he's
and he
like
was just sitting there
on the
like,
ropes, just like, dude, that was awesome. That was
oh, so I was just
awesome.
like, why I'm pregnant now. Yeah, that one was fun.
Congratulations.
I also Tagagi is also one of my favorites. I love his combination where he does the forearm, then the punch, and he usually will follow up with the Ryokan lariat, but
Yep.
everyone knows that he's following up with Ryokan lariat, so everyone ducks, sets up for the DDT, which is what Sonata got, and I really liked it. Um, that was kind of when everybody was popping off their stuff. Kind of at the end of the show, Taka Michinoku doing the doop to the eyes of Yota Tsuji. Didn't distract him for long though. Something that I really liked about Tsuji in this match is I noticed his kicks. His kicks are very solid, very authoritative, and very direct. Like he knows exactly where the kick is going, where it's going to land, how it's going to land, how hard it's going to land. And I wrote down it's almost that Brian Danielson kind of experience or veteran esque with the kicks that I was kind of getting from him. Like he knows, like if you were to put the two of them in a match together, you would have a really good, solid striking match, I think, just because they strike so similarly to
Similarly.
each other. Yeah, I'm really stoked to have Tsuji back in at JPW. I'm looking forward to seeing him more often because the few things that I was able to get for him while he was on excursion was just not enough for me.
Yeah. Like again, Tsuji was my highlights of this match. Other than Sonata getting the Paradise Lock on Hiromu, and then drop kicking Shingo into Hiromu to break it that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Poor
the
Papa
end.
Shingo.
Yeah, in the end, Shingo takes down Taka Michinoku, and then Tsuji gets in, hits the stomp, and then hits the spear to Taka and picks up the big victory.
Yeah. That's fun. It was a fun match. Nice little get ready for the main.
Yeah, so I'm moving off of my paper notes back to my computer notes. Again, 4 different sets, like 3 different sets of notes for the show. I had. So just know that I
Can't
do this
relate.
for you. So this match, I'm probably going to be the one really running the note. Holy shit! I took way too many
Oh
notes.
yes,
I took way
Noble
too many
has
notes.
no notes.
All right,
Noble doesn't do it.
so for this match, we have a team of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Yuji Nagata, the current All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown champion, the leader of Bread Club, Satoshi Kojima, the man who will face CM Punk at Forbidden Door. Yes, you heard me right. It's him versus Punk at Forbidden Door. And then the man who holds a trophy that he already cashed in, and why the hell is he still holding it? Master Wato. Hi, Koji! But why is Wato still holding that goddamn trophy? He cashed in already, didn't he? He cashed in, right?
Yeah. Him and Hiromu already had that. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that he is the Super Junior winner. He gets to
but
carry around the trophy for a year.
it's stupid.
Hiromu did.
You know, but it's because Hiromu won. So it's stupid.
I'll make the rules.
Yeah, I know. I wish you did.
He won.
And they
He
are
won it.
taking
I'd
on.
let him carry it around. I don't care. He won it.
Yeah. So they're taking on Team All Japan, and Zenichi Shinjidai is their team, and it's a team of Atsuki and Yuma Aoyagi, Kento Miyahara, who's the guy with the nice frilly red bow,
Yes,
and
the attention seeker.
and Yuma Anzai. He's that one off on the right, just looking all stoic and
That was Blue Pants, yeah.
Yeah. No, he was black. He was Black Trunks.
Well, like it had blue on it. I didn't call the one with the thigh slit Blue Pants. That was thigh slit.
Thigh slit was the light blue and gold. Then there was the dark blue and black of the guy in the front, and then
Oh,
the
I
guy on
didn't
the
mark him
right
as that.
was
I just marked him as the other one's brother.
yeah, and then the guy on the right had black tights.
Eh.
And then so during the intro, Atsuki Aoyagi's on the ropes doing his intro, and then his brother comes up behind him and like pretty much mounts him to pose on the rope. I was just like, "You don't mount your brother, you weirdo!"
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I saw him go up there. I'm like, wow, I was still admiring his shorts because again, the thigh slit was like higher than some of the skirts the girl has, and I'm like, wow, that's impressive. And then suddenly he like got forcefully like pushed over into the top thing. And I'm like, what am I about to watch? We're not watching Stardom. Like I would have expected that out of what's her face, Natsumi. I don't know how to say her name. Cone Tits.
The fuck is Cone Tits?
You know Cone Tits.
Oh, the Bronco Buster chick.
Muffer Buster. That is not. There's no
Buster.
Bronco in there.
Yeah, the Muffer Buster.
There is no part required.
I don't remember her name. Honestly, I haven't watched her in a long while now.
Natsumori. I don't know. Anyway,
that chick.
Yeah, I found that spot very, very odd as well. And maybe it's a sibling rivalry thing. We're seeing kind of the same thing with the Inaba sisters. So like maybe that's what that is. I don't know. I thought it was weird too, though. Like Thumb Bum. It's weird.
Yeah. So as we get into the match, Nagata and Yuma Aoyagi started off, and they're fighting, and Yuma gets a drop kick. Yuma Aoyagi gets a drop kick to Nagata, then stands up and does the Blue Justice salute, and I'm like, you dickhead. And this gets Nagata up, who comes back and just whoops him. And then you get Tanahashi and Kento Miyahara in there. They're playing to the crowd. They're both going up on the ropes, and Tanahashi's doing his air guitar. And they're wrestling, and they're getting back into poses. It was really like a fun little opening with those two. I thought they did really well. Wato and Atsuki Aoyagi get in there, and they have a really nice athletic spot that finishes with Atsuki doing the front flip kip up. It was just like, yeah, way to one-up Wato. You know, I love me some Wato. I am, after that altogether again in this show, I am all in on Atsuki Aoyagi. I love this kid. I think I need to see him more. I think I got to start watching All Japan just to watch him. Just his matches. Yeah. Oh, and the Sean guy. what was his name? Sean Galaxy or something. I don't remember that guy. He's one of the guys on the All Together Again show. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal.
Okie dokie.
He was the guy that fought Saber. He was one of the guys that fought Saber. But yeah, everything breaks down. Or Kojima, bang, 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 bang. But then he gets it hit back to him at one point. I think it was Yuma. Was it Yuma or Anzai? Was it Anzai or Aoyagi Yuma? Which one was it? I think it might have been Anzai.
I feel that it was not thigh slit. It was the other one.
Oh, it was his brother. Okay, so it was Yuma Aoyagi that did it. But yeah, it was just I was like, you fucking ass bag. Because he cut him off, because he ended up doing the chops to Yuma Aoyagi at one point, and then he whips him across the ring, and he goes up to do he was doing I think to Anzai or somebody, and he goes up and he hits it, and he goes for the knee and the rising knee in the corner, but that's where Yuma blocked him, and then he starts doing the chops in the corner, and then he brings him over and hits the rising knee. So I'm like, you fucking asshole.
Yes, I thought the same thing. I was like, you son of a bitch.
And then he gets a high cross and does the Toshikojima, who usually follows up the knee strike in the Bulldog with the Fujiwara armbar, and he does a high cross instead and hits the Fujiwara armbar. I'm like, you fucking little fucking
explicit Gabe Kid promo.
Yeah, but just kind of with the kid. It was just I thought it was great, but I was like, you bastard! He made me hate him so much more.
Was it Kento Miyahara who got into the lariat battle with Kojima?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Yeah, he fucked around and found out. Don't mess with the strong arm that is Kojima Satoshi, my friend.
Yeah. When Wado and Atsuki Aoyagi are in there together, I thought those two had such good chemistry. And Atsuki, the athleticism on this kid is like
so good. It's what happens when you have the fear of being raped by your brother. My goodness.
I think he outsped even Akira.
Hey, I mean, Wado might have won the Super Junior and the All Junior show, but it doesn't mean he's the best junior. It means he was then.
But I'm saying Atsuki has faster speed than even maybe our little fireball Akira. I think he's faster.
I would have to see that happen to be the judge of that.
There's a beautiful handspring. There was a huge, beautiful handspring into the flip kick by Atsuki, and I was just like, to Nagata. I was just like, yeah, that was dope as hell. Everybody in at one point, what's with the face on you? Jeez.
I'm still angry about the fireball reference.
I'm not saying they're better. I'm just saying I think he might be a little bit faster. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm just comparing, because Akira's incredibly fast, and this dude is incredibly fast. I'm just comparing. Not saying anyone's better than the other. Saying the quickness there, man. Nagata in the end, Nagata takes out Yuma Aoyagi with the exploder, then hits Atsuki Aoyagi with the rising knee in the corner, hits the suplex for two, and gets a 2 count, hits the backdrop driver, and this is where I think everybody thought it was over, and then Atsuki kicks it too, and the entire place goes, oh, like you could hear the crowd audibly gasp, like, what the hell just happened? So then he gets on him, applies the crossface, and then he pulls the other arm across to add to the crossface. And this is where Atsuki Aoyagi taps out. Team Blue Justice wins, baby.
Love it. Love it.
Love it. They end up talking after the match. Again, I don't know what they said because there's no there. And then they him, Tanahashi, Kojima, and Wada all stand in the ring and do the Blue Justice pose together. Again, beautiful ending there.
What a fun show.
Very, very fun show. Like, again, I wasn't 100% sure about covering anything from this tour because, again, a lot of it's repetitive, just multi-man tags. But when I heard about this Blue Justice show, I'm like, we have to cover this.
Of course, Yuji Nagata. I love me some Yuji Nagata. That man, what is he, 54, 55 years old? Still going strong, and he's a champion, man. He's worked for multiple companies. Certainly someone that you want to aspire to be. That's for sure.
Very much so. Again, absolutely phenomenal show. So as we come to an end here, we're probably going to be off of this show for a couple weeks because there's not another show from New Japan itself until the July 4th and 5th New Japan Strong shows in
Mhm.
Japan. So we probably won't be back for this show until after that, but we have a lot of Stardom coming up over the next week and a half. Plus some like there's a bunch of shows just dropped on Stardom World, and then we have this coming Sunday. We have the big show on the 25th, which has the two cage matches. Has Club Venus going to win some tag team titles? Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that show again, and that probably won't be out for a few days. So a few days after that show airs. So we're gonna have some great content coming from Stardom next week. So please tune into the channel. We really appreciate all of you watching everything. But I guess we should give out our socials before we go.
And we should talk about Mike at Backbreaker Media.
Oh, yes, very much so. I'll get to that. So you can find myself on Twitter, Hive, Mastodon, at that Canada guy, Instagram, at that Canada dude. You can find me on the Andre and Melball. I put it back in the middle so I can point at it again. Andre and Melba Wrestling Talk Facebook page right up here. You can hang out with me there, or you can go to our YouTube page, which you probably are watching us on right now at youtube.com/at Andre and Melba Wrestling Talk. It's right there on the bottom, where you can leave comments down below and talk with us about the wonderful world of Japanese professional wrestling. Even if you don't want to talk about this show, just if you want to message us about Japanese wrestling in general, just message us. We are happy to talk about it. And you can also find me over. I need to bring my thing back up. Over at OLE at our local establishment. I will be over there I'm hoping every Wednesday for the next few weeks, talking every Wednesday or Thursday, talking the Secret Invasion TV show from Marvel Talk, which we just dropped the first episode on. I think the episode came out on YouTube on Thursday, but yeah, lots of great myself and Oleg gonna be talking Secret Invasion, and we're hoping we're gonna bring somebody in for the finale. There might be a week or two that I might not be there because again my schedule sucks. Because Wednesdays I have to close most of the time at my job, so we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. But yeah, so you can find me over there at Our Local Establishment. A lot of other great content over there, so please go check them out at youtube.com/at Our Local Establishment, and on Twitch for all their live content at twitch.tv/our Local Establishment. You'll be able to find me and Mel this coming Sunday. It'll be myself, it'll be Mel Ball, it'll be the beautiful Bobby Munson. You didn't expect me to say that, did you? And the wonderful Lauren Goodnight. We're gonna the four of us are gonna be chit chatting, gonna be talking, to be right after busting out. We're gonna be getting on the stream live, talking, previewing Forbidden Door, because you're gonna have the Japanese side, you're gonna have the AEW side. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it on down, you know. And then one more shout out to my boy Mike the Ref. Lots of great content coming out at youtube.com/at Backbreaker Video, where you might be watching us right now. So please, if you're watching us there, please like, subscribe, everything, and then hop over to our channel to like and subscribe there. You can find all of Mike's live content at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. So much great gaming content there. He has his AEW watch along every Wednesday. And then youtube.com/at Backbreaker_gaming, where you can find all his great gaming content replayed there. Hits him. There's PJC. There's Rick Jules. A lot of great content over there. Please go there. He's really building that channel. Let's go. We want to get it going. We want to get that channel nice and full up. So please go over there. Please support that channel. Melba, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow Melball on Twitter, you can follow her at Collins Melball. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Mastodon at Melball Collins. You can also find me on Our Local Establishments programming Paramindful with the gold standard Carl Carofel and Alex the Werewolf every couple of weeks. Because of technical difficulties we've been having and because Alex has been out saving the world because our province is on fire. We've been kind of sporadic with our episodes, but we do have an episode up there about dreams, dream spirits, dream demons, sleep paralysis, all that kind of stuff. So you want to go check that out. You can also check out Astro Pizarro's YouTube page, where you can see myself and her doing the Ladies Wrestling Showcase. We have an episode. We were supposed to putting it out tomorrow, but unfortunately Astrid has to go into work. So we will be postponing that till Saturday. But you can catch us on there. We're going to be talking about Trish Stratus again. Girl seems to be just popping up like a bad rash all over the place. So yeah, we're going to be talking.
Trish Stratus
Hey,
is
I
definitely
mean,
not a
some of
bad
us
rat.
aren't
She's a
happy
great
to see
rat.
her back. Just putting out there. Some of us aren't happy. And good for you. So is Astrid. This Malball, however, thinks that certain relics should be left in museums. That being said, my friend, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you so very much for all the great support. Please like the video. Please comment down below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be informed every time we put a show online.
I have one last thing to say, my friend.
Ooh.
Crowns up. Yes. That being said, I am your Malball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.